Hello there, fellow NPCs. I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into chasing sunsets. We have just been on a business date that turned into somewhat of a date with Lisa. We are making a plan to make sure that Brian Ferguson does not get what he wants, and Amanda is on that case as well. We did not go all the way with Lisa because I want things to go well with Jay. It does hurt because Lisa is wonderful too, you know. But yeah, we love Jay. It's as simple as that. And now it's the day after, I believe it was the next morning. Yeah, exactly. The day after the date with Lisa. So we see Jay singing here, and you know, let's go from there. Let's go. You look like fun to me. You look a little like somebody I know. I still don't know that song. Damn. Brightening visibly upon identifying her caller, Jay quickly answers. Teddy Bear! Look at her! God damn! And she actually got a gun too, so is she either cosplaying or is she actually going somewhere? Yes, oh, there we go. Just going to a costume party tonight as Tara Croft, but I'm not really feeling it. The Tara I know is always feeling a party. Who am I even talking to? Seriously. Parties just aren't the same without my bestie. Well, the yacht sells today, so I fly out tomorrow and we can start weaning you off boredom. Thank God. Feels like you've been gone forever. Your mail's even starting to pile up. Well, I've been checking email, but if you have a minute. I've been expecting an update from my advisor on my sabbatical, but it's just been crickets. There are a few letters from the university in your pile. Want me to open them? Sure. Jay puts her phone on speaker and tosses it on her bed. I miss you too, you know. We'll see how long that lasts when you're making the fat stacks running your own company. You know, I would never let that change me, Tear Bear. Even if it doesn't, we both know you'll have other distractions when you get home. Fact check. True. So, Spill, is Kurt the unicorn you thought it was? That is a conversation that we need a whole weekend for. And so much vodka. Jeez. Could take that either way. Let's just say that whatever dreams I might have had, I wasn't dreaming big enough. Now I'm really curious. We need to lock down that weekend stat. Friday night then. Now, are you going to keep me in suspense with my mail? Oh, lol moment. Derp. One sec. Oh. Jay can tell from Tara's tone that she doesn't like what she sees. What's wrong, Tara? You're a douche of an advisor wrote after all. Douche of an advisor, that's not good. Due to the quantity of deserving applicants, blah blah blah, we regret to inform you your acceptance into the Harvard School of Medicine pre-med program has been withdrawn. Wait, what? Not a decision taken lightly, and your extended absence was ultimately the deciding factor. This is some fresh bullshit. Is this Brian? Is this Brian's doing? But I've barely been gone a month, and I made all the arrangements. I haven't seen anything from my advisor or the school saying the deal had changed. I got this. I'm gonna yeet over to the dean's office and light him up first thing. Wait, no, Terry, pitching a fit won't help. But put yourself in the herd locker too. Zero fucks given. They've aggroed the wrong besties this time. Let me think about how to handle this. Please promise me you won't do anything until I've had a chance to think this through. promise me. Fine. Send me pics of any email from the school as soon as you can. Yep. I can't get over the fact that she's so much prettier now than she's been previously. Did their renders get better, or did something else happen? Because she looks better and improved. I mean, I know she was 18 in the flashback, but she looks amazing now. Alvaro de Mendaña Marina. Mendaña. Tunaloo Harbor, late morning. Standing with George on the bow of the sunset again invokes a strong feeling of deja vu. Feels like we've come full circle, back to where it all started. Oh, it might not feel like it, but we're a long way from where we started, son. I'm still a little upset that the yacht's up for sale. Home is where the memories are, and that belongs to you and Jay now. Does he know? At the end of the day, this is just a boat. I suppose. So who's the buyer? Senator Pat McMurray. Don't think I've heard of him. I'm regularly reminded that it's a her. You look at George in mock surprise. George G. Worthwent. Did you just take a cheap shot at a woman's appearance? Sorry, not sorry. He's not hip enough to know that. Lawyers are bad, but if absolute rock bottom is ever discovered, it would be by a politician. Shit, that reminds me. I've been meaning to tell you about... Before you can finish... Oh, son of a bitch, him too. I only saw her. A frumpy older woman appears with none other than Brian Ferguson. George Worthwent, I presume? Indeed, Senator McMurray. And this is Kurt Campbell. I trust you had a pleasant flight. Other than the unfortunate and avoidable oversight stock in my preferred scotch. The senator gives Ferguson a nasty side-eye. I suspect we can remedy that below. Shall we get down to business then? The sooner the better. I need to be wheels up in 3 hours for a trade summit in Taiwan. Reviewing the terms of the sale won't take long, but it won't leave much time for a tour. This is my aide, Brian Ferguson. He can do a walkthrough on my behalf, if Mr. Campbell would like to be kind enough to guide him. Oh, really now? Kurt, would you mind showing Mr. Ferguson around? The senator and George both seem oblivious to the hostility in your gaze towards Ferguson. Yep. Would you mind? Yep, I would mind. Once you've shown him to the rear deck, you turn on him angrily. You fucking liar, you're not with the consulate. Really? It's so hard to tell these days. The lines get so blurry in DC. You don't really have any pull with the local cops, do you? Do you really want to test that theory? Oh, I'm getting there. Look it, relax. Just do as you're told and everyone wins. Who doesn't love money? That's all this is about. Can't do anything about the lawsuit. You'd be surprised what strings a 6-term senator can pull, but I need to see Miss Cohen first. If I can verify your miracle drug actually worked, it might be worth her effort to get involved. We're supposed to fly out tomorrow. How am I supposed to pull that off? Ferguson looked up at the yacht's upper deck and bridge momentarily. Consider this my new temporary office. Just bring her here by this evening. Yeah, I don't see myself doing that. Is he doing this on his own, or is the senator in the driver's seat? Crazy that the senator can afford a super yacht on a public servant salary. It must be the gravy train you were telling me about at the hospital. Ferguson seemed oblivious to your fishing for information in his grift. Now you're starting to get it. All you have to do is get your own over yourself and hop on board. Well, on that depressing as fuck note, did you want to see the rest of the boat? With Ferguson in tow, you return to the bow with Ferguson in tow, you return to the bow with Senator and George are wrapping up the shadow. Okay, that last part didn't rhyme. I assume there were no surprises, Brian. Everything is exactly as advertised, Senator McMurray. Excellent. Brian has power of attorney and will sign any paperwork on my behalf. Oh, that's how he has power, huh? Of course. Hopefully your trip to Taiwan is a productive one. Kurt, would you be kind enough to walk Senator McMurray to the car? Certainly. This way. Reaching the bottom of the gangplank, you find Captain Oliver and Sophie looking on sadly. Senator McMurray, this is Captain Oliver and his partner, Dr. Sophie Allard. He's the best in the business. He saved the boat and the crew during last month's cyclone. Ma, what a distinguished looking gentleman. May she sail as true as for you as she did for her former family, madam. Let's not be hasty. She still needs a captain, and my standards are quite discriminating. Sophie's fear remains implacable, but you know her well enough to detect her displeasure. Unfortunately, this captain is unavailable. Is that so? In my experience, everyone has a price. Oliver, sensing an imminent collision of wills, interjects with practiced ease. With gratitude, madame. My final and most anticipated voyage is standing next to me. How boringly pedestrian. Well, should you change your mind? He will not. Well then, my car is this way, Kurt. So she's disgusting too. The Nesbitt residence, Tikahawi Beach, early afternoon. Returning to the house, you and George join Jay and Lisa in the living room. Well, there's that. Kurt and I didn't spend a lot of time on her, but it hurts selling anything so close to Mom and Dad. I can't say I disagree. Sad, but necessary to obtain the liquidity needed for what comes next. Tell George about Senator and Ferguson, yeah! George, there's something you all should know. Lisa looks at you searchingly for a moment before nodding. What is it, son? When I was in the hospital, I got a visitor who said it was from the consulates. Unsurprising, your incident was big news back home. Yeah, well, he gave me an offer I can't refuse. What do you mean? He implied that if I didn't have Lisa reinstate some patents, I could be arrested leaving the country. Did he now? He also implied that if we played ball, the price of lawsuit could be made to disappear. Now that is troubling. I have not received any feelers from law enforcement. There's more. More? The man was the same Brian Ferguson who was with the senator for the yacht sale. A long silence hangs over the room, expressions ranging from shock to outrage. Sounds like smoke and mirrors, but we have to be strategic about this. Is tail wagging the dog here? I can't tell if we have two enemies or one. Strange bedfellows, because they see an angle on the tech that we are trying to bury. So what do we do? Well, we have two immediate things in front of us. Obviously, We need to identify and sideline any risk to the contemporary and its officers. And here comes the hero of the day! George has barely finished his sentence when Amanda strides in purposefully. The encryption has been removed from the flash drive provided by Mr. Mendes. While I am not an attorney, I am confident you will find data on it interesting. Are you going to keep us in suspense? I did not snoop, but what I saw incidentally did not seem helpful to their case. Let's hope you're right. Thank you, Miss Cohen. Beaming at you, Amanda turns to leave. Amanda? Can I have a word with you when this is over? Yes, please. I have something important that I wish to discuss with you also. Jay shoots the two of you a curious look, but says nothing. Shall we get on with the second thing? Ah, yes. Just so. Let me begin by saying I've taken some liberties with Sarah and James' final wishes. Here it comes. Oh? How so? Jay's expression is steady and practiced innocence. Well, at the time of their passing, they were working on their will, but it wasn't a priority. Whenever it came to dividing assets, they'd lose interest in it, promising to return to it later. So, what have we been doing for the last month then? Reconnecting, becoming the family your mother and father hoped would survive them. What made you think that it wouldn't happen organically in Boston? Can you remember any stories where siblings grew closer after inheriting a fortune? No, actually. No, I can't. And what would have happened if we failed your test? It wasn't a test, Kurt. It was a chance to reset things before responsibility muddied the waters. What if we both refused? Polygen would have been sold and the assets split between you evenly. And now? George pauses for a moment and looks at both of you greatly. Lisa and I are convinced the two of you have what it takes to step into your parents' shoes. You've both been very impressive, minor missteps aside. We both believe the company will thrive under your ownership. George doesn't make eye contact and seems deeply troubled. Having second thoughts about that, George? Not about the outcome, but in hindsight, I can't help but think there was a better way. Fixing us wasn't your job, George. It wasn't even Mom and Dad's. And as angry as I want to be, I'm pretty happy with where we are now. The end doesn't justify the means, but you can't chase the expression and see forgiveness in their eyes. I believe your heart was in the right place, Uncle George. Uncle? Why, thank you. Notably more upbeat, George takes a deep breath. Now, I tell George about your attempted blackmail by Ferguson. Now, I need to do some digging to see how real the threat is. The rest of you can pack. Let's see what Amanda got for me. Who is it this time? Mallory's home safely. Yeah, let's hope so. I need to take more puff pieces in the tropics. Okay, why? Because to literally nobody's surprise, Boston still sucks. Okay. Hey, it could be Baltimore. I was just on my way to chat with Amanda and make sure she's packed. Thanks to her eidetic memory, I'll hear it verbatim later. Yeah, that you will. And eidetic is what once was called photographic memory. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but it's eidetic, not photographic memory. And let's see, can we? No, we cannot. I was trying to see if we could take a closer look on her profile picture here, because I'm kind of interested in what she's wearing. Pro tip, baggage claims that Logan is under construction. Don't check any bags if you don't have to. Thanks for the heads up. I always drive a light. Are you looking forward to the surprise I have planned when you get home? Are you gonna give me any hints? I'm cool with surprises. I didn't know she was going to throw us a surprise. What is it? What is it though? Kind of want to go with, are you giving me any hints? Because I am assuming that she's gonna say, nope, not gonna happen. Are you gonna give me anything to work with? I kind of like the idea of torturing you with a puzzle. It's only torture if I don't figure it out. Alright then. Okay. We'll start near where we met. In the... not the Alpines, what's the cottage. The forest. Aspen. And we'll finish near we said goodbye. Okay. We're obviously not going to Colorado or Tunaloo. There's your hint. Oh lord, if it's going to be a stupid joke like Amanda did. Oh no, you didn't even see that, did you now? Did you? When we were going on a date with Jay, someone sent us a text and we had to guess who it was. I did a Mallory run and managed to figure it out. So if it's that kind of thing again, then I'm not going to solve it. Yeah. Aspen, and we're obviously not going to Colorado or Tunaloo. Mallory, love, trust, 2 and 1. I'm working it. I'll figure it out. Good luck with that. Amanda's been great so far, by the way. Now I got a lot of planning to do. We'll talk after you land. Wonder what she's got planned. You slip away to find Amanda and instead find Bianca staring forlornly out the window. Hey. Oh, hi there. You seem sad. Oh, don't think nothing of it. I knew this was temporary. You're really gonna miss us, huh? Some more than others. I'm gonna miss you too, B. But my offer still stands. I ain't been thinking about much else. Looking at all the angles. Sounds dangerous. Normally, yes. But I think I've had enough of the expat life. Really? You'd move back to the States? Bianca hums wistfully to herself for a moment, staring out the window before answering. Uh-huh. Are you returning to the heat, or are you ready to brave the cold? Bianca cocks an eyebrow and a hint of thirsty Bianca shines through. Given how warm I feel around you most days, I figured it'll be a wash. But you'll also be richer than God, and I'll just be a project manager in a big company. Bianca. All the status in the world wouldn't make me too good to be your cool boy. Ha! I'll hold you to that, Kurt. You know I will. There's no way I'm going to watch part 2 without you. It really is unnatural how you know exactly the right thing to say sometimes. A survival mechanism honed by years of growing up with a throat-punching sister. A minute later. Hey Amanda, what did you want to talk about? I have learned that Brian Ferguson is not with the consulate. Which means he likely has no influence with the Tunaloo police. Not that I can determine. His diplomatic credentials indicate that he is an aide to Senator Pat McMurray. Amanda's eyes widen slightly in surprise. You are a savant! This vastly increases the odds that we will produce formidable offspring. No, I'm not a savant, Amanda. Amanda. The senator purchased the Sunset and Ferguson was with her. I see. That is the final piece of the puzzle. I don't have to be a savant to see that. I was unable to penetrate government systems, but I had more success with his bank account. Wait, what? You hacked the bank account of a federal employee? Can it legitimately be called hacking if his password was password1234? It used to be just baloney, but now they make you add number. Okay, giggle snort. I understood that reference. Okay, because I didn't. In any case, Ferguson wants to meet you. To what end? He thinks verifying your treatment will prove we're sitting on a game-changing technology. Even so, Polygene remains privately held, so he and the senator lack any means to exploit that. You're right. He's shown zero interest in the company, only the technology. That detail seems significant. I can't let you meet with him. I'm going to tell him to get fucked. A missed opportunity. I believe this can be turned to your advantage. How is it a missed opportunity when we don't even know what he's able to do? He is merely a conduit. Any real influence lies with the senator. Is it bad that I kind of hope he'd actually have the power to get the lawsuit dropped? Hope springs eternal. In spite of your reservations, I still wish to meet with him. Yeah, no. Everything about that feels like a bad idea, and I made a promise to Mallory. Kurt, with the big picture becoming discernible, it is time to make an important decision. And here we go. Is saving Polygene enough, or will you unravel the entire corrupt system? The entire corrupt system? How big are we talking here? Whoa, we're struggling with just the former. Now you want me to boil the whole ocean? Greater impact does not require greater effort. We must simply plant a more destructive seed. If it takes root, the system will destroy itself, but we must decide before meeting Mr. Ferguson. So many questions. What are the risks? Powerful people with many connections will bleed massive wealth. It is also possible that they will not take the bait or discover who set them up. That sounds bad. I should definitely call a meeting so we can discuss it. Planting the seed involves distorting the truth, and George and Lisa could be deposed under oath. Deposed under oath. That's what makes me nervous. Weaponizing a lie seems more like them than us. Yet it has been widely embraced by law enforcement in the execution of undercover work. You sense this is an important decision. Which means we are gonna have to save here. So let's do that. New main 1. Go big or go home. Let's play it safe. We already know from dying once that Amanda has the power to essentially be a terrorist. She did destroy Pricers a couple of years after me and Mallory were killed. So she can do this. You have already gamed all of this out, haven't you? Within the variability of human behavior, we will prey on Ferguson's confirmation bias. Confirmation what now? How would we do that? By meeting with him and reinforcing what he already believes. Mallory asked me to look after you. This would mean betraying her trust. He became winded feeding seagulls yesterday. You are not risking my safety. What exactly would your role be? He must underestimate me. Your role will be to ensure he does so. Whatever we do, Crucible and PGB 132 absolutely must stay under wraps, no matter the cost. Naturally. I don't think you understand. If he sees you, that's de facto confirmation PGB-132 exists. My treatment will eventually be confirmed regardless. We must contain it now. I'm guessing you have a plan? The time-honored application of leverage. Remember, I have his bank records. So what do you have in mind? I require a few items from my room, and then we can pay him a visit. Alvaro de Mendaña Marina, Tunaloo Harbor, late afternoon. I very much believe this could be the very ending of episode 8. But in case it isn't, I'm gonna have to cut off here. This is gonna be interesting. How are we gonna play Brian Ferguson? And I was wrong on that, actually. We are not solving this in the background this time around. Amanda actually brought us into the whole thing. So that will be interesting to see how we're solving it. Let's just hope that Vince is still in jail, so we're not risking anyone's life. It will totally suck if Vince is there and... no, but Amanda should not be... should not die. But they need her to confirm that this shit works. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and thank you, Joseph, for donating directly to my Ko-fi page. I'll see you guys in the next one, and remember, just because you're not important... No, wait. Just because you're not the main character, it does not mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.